We were put in little groups. So this was my group. We were group one. The team was Zach, Francesca, Hannah, Isaac, Paul, Sarah, Darcy, myself, and Michael. We started off with icebreakers just to get to know each other. So the first day was literally just to get to know who we are, what we like, and why we were chosen. So it started off with a game where we were told that we had a bit of a shoelace tied by each end, and we all had to try and get through the shoelace and see who could get through it all at the same time in the quickest time.
Does it work as it's on this laptop?
It's alright. After the icebreaker, our first icebreaker, we went up for a little walk, and it was another icebreaker. So we climbed all the way up this little hill, and we just started doing little activities, just trusting, basically being able to trust one another. And after that, we made hot chocolate. We drank our hot chocolate at the top of this. Even though it looked sunny, it was freezing. This actually turned out to be an old hospice, and inside it had writing all the way around, and you could see where a little fireplace had been. So it was really good getting there, and it did practice our map reading skills because we had to use a map to get up there. So it was, again, trusting each other. After that, we were all allocated a time where we could just chill out, get to know each other in our own way. And we had a little room, and it was basically a little room where everyone could go, and there was a tiny TV. It turned out the TV didn't really work, but we still made out with what we had. We all had our own kitchen duties, so each group, there were 3 different teams, and each team had different duties. So as you can see, I had a kitchen duty that day, so I was filling up the milk back up, putting it away, cleaning the cups, and we just got to know each other really. Then it got to night, and we got to see who our roommates were, got to meet them, and we sort of chose whose bed was whose, which was hard. That was probably the hardest part. We also had a talk from Shelter Box. So someone from Shelter Box who represented them came in and gave us a speech about what to do, how to get involved, and it was really good. It was really interesting. We got to put up a tent, and this tent could actually hold 8 different families. So we were able to put up this tent, go inside, have a feel of what it was, and he was just letting us know how much money each box cost. So each box cost just over £500, and it had enough to help at least 8 families. So we put this tent up, and it was huge inside, and it was a special dome shape, and it was really good in that sense. The next day we went to Carlisle racetracks, I think it was, and we were raising money for Shelter Box because we thought it'd be great if we could all put our money together, each group, and buy a box for them. So we went to the racetracks, and each student, so all of us, we all had a day where we were allocated to be the leader because it is a leadership award. So this day was the day that I was told to be a leader, and it was hard. It was hard trying to pull everything together within a night. It was we worked through the night. We made posters. Paul, he's in a band, a jazz band, and he goes all the way around the world playing. And we came up with a great idea where he should play. We should do a bit of busking. So that's what we did. We raised over £200, and Team 1, which is our team, we won that. It wasn't. So yeah, it was really great. It felt so good to be able to give something out, and we felt so much about Shelter Box because when we had the speech, we sort of he told us what the charity did, and he gave us examples where they usually give these boxes to places where they don't come on the news from a natural disaster. So you hear about Hurricane Sandy and things like that. But the little things that happen elsewhere where you don't really hear, that's what they give it to. And we felt that was very important. So we put all our effort in and we raised the most money, which felt amazing. The day after we went to Humphrey's Head, which it's where we did sea level traversing. So basically you walk alongside a cliff instead of going upwards, you're going alongside it. It sounds easy, but it was very difficult, especially with the rocks that we had. And as you can see, that's me fitting through a tiny gap. It was a very tight squeeze, only I could do it because I was the smallest. I got stuck once, so that's me stuck. It was a great trip that. We got told to wear helmets, and I think it was a good thing that we wore helmets because a lot of us did fall off. The next day we had an early start. It was the day where we went wild camping. So we started early in the morning, and we had to repack and pack our ration packs and everything like that, and our truncheons, and it was hard to say it's like 6 o'clock in the morning and we're trying to prepare everything for the next 2 days. But we had a great leader, and he encouraged us to carry on, which was amazing. The trip there was extremely hard, like the twists and turns in the roads. It was sickening. Everyone felt a bit sick after that, which wasn't too good to say. We were walking all the way up Old Man Coniston. We had to read off a map, and which had this beautiful scenery, and that's mine and my roommate's tent. We got the best spot. We had the best scenery. We set up near a quarry so we could have drinking water, and it was easy to brush our teeth and things like that. And the girls were obviously better than the boys when it came to putting our tents up, because the lads, 2 hours later, they still hadn't had the tent up, which, it was a bit... So we had a team, we lost a team member on the second day of the trip, because he didn't feel as competent as everyone else, which, and he had personal reasons as well, which we all respected. But we were one team member down. Once we set up base, we had Darcy, another girl that was in our team. She had an operation on her leg, which meant that after that short walk, it was really painful for her. So she decided that she'll stay back at camp with one of the leaders, because she don't want to hold us back. So the rest of us, we all walked up to the top of Old Man Coniston, and as you can tell, it was hard, it was hot. We had one bag with everyone's things in, like all the emergency things, and we had another empty bag just in case we wanted to share the load out. And we all took turns in taking this bag up. And we got into a bit of a rhythm where we'd lunge everywhere. I don't know how it started, but it caught on really quickly. So as you can see, we're lunging. We made it to the top, and this is the top of Old Man Coniston, and we could see it was beautiful. It was amazing up there. When we all got there, we just sat down and we just took it all in. It was great. We thought we could see our camp from afar. We could see our little green tents from the top, like little green dots everywhere. And we thought it'd be great to ring up Darcy and let her know that we can see her. She should come out and wave. So we rang up the leader, and she passed the phone on to Darcy, and she came out and she waved at us, and we could actually see her, and she said that she could see us too. So it was great in that sense. On the way back down, we had a great head leader called Anna. She was the best leader you could ever wish for. She felt that we were confident enough, and she trusted us enough to take a difficult route down, and that's our leader there. And she's great. So we decided to walk along the top of the mountain all the way, and then sort of zigzag down the rocks to our camp. So this is us at the top taking a great picture with the great scenery, and we had debates at the top. We sat down, we had our lunch, and we thought, why not start a debate? So we just started on, like, really it was just politics. So it kind of got us all comfortable with one another. So we came back to the camp and we ate, we had a great time, and we came back. The trip back down was again a bit funny because of all the twists and turns in the road, but we were all alright. We got back and we literally showered and went straight to raft building. So we learned how to do knots. So we basically had to do a bit of orienteering to find all these items. So it was again map work and team building, and you sort of have to agree with a plan of how you're going to make this raft. So it turned out we were really good. We all knew how to make these knots, which was great. So we built this raft within 2 minutes. It was quickest time you will ever see. So we all went out and we all had a paddle each, and we decided who would sit on either side to weigh the raft out, so it's a bit more balanced. So whilst we were on the raft, we thought we'll have some games. We'll play a few games. So we all thought, let's all stand up, let's all sit down, let's see who can walk around it. So as you can see, we're all a bit scared at this point. The next day we climbed up a waterfall, sorry. I was terrified at this point, and a few other people were too, just because of, compared to this huge, all that water, and compared to us, we were tiny. But we had a great leader, which is there and there. He's called Isaac. He was so encouraging, and he really felt like we could do it. Like, we'd all stick together, we'll all do it together, no one was left behind. So we finally went all the way to the top, and we climbed all the way up these watery rocks, which was extremely slippery, and we all got to jump off, and that water was extremely cold, extremely deep, but we all made it, and it was great. The final day was canoeing. We chose to do canoeing at the end because it was, canoeing, it's nice and easy, like a great end to the day. So we all got in pairs, and again, me and Isaac, we made really good friends, and we paired up, and we were having little races, and it was just great. It was a great end to the scenery was great. We also met Anna's boyfriend's parents on the side, because they own a house, a property on the side, and we could see someone waving in the distance, and we're like, who's that? Turned out it was her boyfriend's parents, so we stopped, we talked, it was so fun. We got back and we all showered up again, and we got ready for the formal dinner. We all got ready so quickly. The showers, it was so full, you were literally running in and out, you had no choice. But we all got ready on time, and all the girls, we were all sharing around 2 straighteners between us all. So, as you can see, half of us did our hair, half haven't, and we basically ran out of time, to be honest. And we took group pictures, and it was good because you didn't really see the whole group, all 3 groups put together. So standing up there with everyone and taking a group picture, all dressed up, not in our muddy boots and trackies, it was great. It was such so a nice close to each other. It was really sad for us to leave. So on the end, there was a talent show that went on. So we thought, we'll do a talent show. We'll enter the talent show. So we entered it, and our talent was to carry me round on top of them all. That was our talent. So, you know, that was the final picture we all took together. But the experience was amazing, and it turns out that I've actually become best friends with Fran. So she lives in Brockhall Village, and we see each other every other week. We travel back and forth, and it's really good in that sense. And it was such a great opportunity. Thank you guys, and you know, I don't know what else to say really. It was just awesome.
Fantastic, actually.
Ryla, thank you very much. That was brilliant.